welcome back to another episode of Critical Affection, where we affectionately criticize the pop culture that we love. And I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm here with my co-host, Fred, and my co-host, Brian, and my co-host, Amanda. And also frequent guests to the show, Matt Knowles and Dash Hooper. And oh my God, did you guys hear that? I did that without fucking up at all. That was amazing. We have to end the show now.
Better than last week.
Good job.
I still haven't watched last week because so apparently Danny Quick and I just did a stream swap because I ended up being on his show and he was on this show, and it's that was completely unintentional, but that's what we're doing now, I guess. If Danny's on my show, have you ever seen us in the same place twice? I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, I still haven't watched you guys' show from last week because I am just so terrified, and rightfully so, that I am going to get massive FOMO, and I don't want to be because I was so ready to talk about The Last Dragon. I was so ready.
It was an enjoyable show.
The Last Dragon is the greatest kung fu movie ever.
It was an enjoyable movie, and then we had to watch Thrash.
I got to ruin something once a year.
Welcome to the show.
The Last Dragon, I think, has the distinction of being Amanda's favorite movie that we've covered on this show. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Amanda, but is this
favorite? But I found the least number of things to,
That's favorite with you. That's a ringing endorsement.
Yeah, that's high praise.
I was gonna say, that sounds like high praise coming from.
Of course, I fucking missed that, right?
Nits to pick.
All right,
the one time Amanda enjoys a movie and Sarah missed out.
Before we jump into the giant steaming pile of shit that Dash made us watch, I know Matt and Dash and Fred, you all have something to promote, so let's plug that real quick.
Let's bet you things.
Drop me your links and I'll put them in the chat.
All right, go ahead, Fred.
You go first. Somebody else go first. Oh, you got mine? Okay, then I'll go if you've got mine already. Sure. So, Fisticuffs, if you haven't heard, is the story of a functional drunk whose comfortable life derails when a one-night stand has deadly consequences. It has the dark sense of humor of The Boys, vulgar as well, the explosive action of Invincible, and the type of deeply personal storytelling you would get in a Martin Scorsese movie, as it deals with addiction, dysfunction, and a lot of issues that are incredibly personal to me. So it is a kind of pulpy, dark superhero take on superpowers, filtered through a fairly unlikable protagonist. The comparison that I often use is a guy that, fashions himself like Alex DeLarge or, Slim Shady, doesn't realize that he's closer in character to George Costanza. So if you guys want to watch a story about a dysfunctional character as he kind of tries to, futz his way through responsibility just enough to abuse his liver, check out Fisticuffs now. We have only 3 days left to back, so timing is critical, guys. Please support this comic and support me.
And it already funded. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Funded.
And it's
it is.
done.
Go get it.
At
We
least
just want to keep growing
it's done.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, the series is done. The
haven't-
next few issues are ready to go. It's just
yeah.
again, we're trying to grow this, and I'm still, I want to go from a small potato to a medium-sized potato. So if we can just keep spreading the word and get the backers, to grow, I will feel, like a healthy potato. The end.
All right. Yeah. Now,
It's Bud.
Dash
Yes.
coming out.
I sent the link in the private chat, by the way. I have the book 2, To Hell Comes to Texas.
True facts.
The Colt Windsor, the continuing adventures of Colt Windsor, who is on the trail of the demon who took his wife's life, and it's pretty intense this time around. I will say that. I did one thing you should never do, though. I split the party. So that may have
Split the party.
there may be some consequences in this one, but if you like fairy tales, if you like Red Riding Hood, and you like Hansel and Gretel, this one right here is going to be up your alley, because we did some deep diving into the lore of those two fairy tales, and we built around them for this tale in particular. So this is book 2, working on book 3 now, and looks like it's going into book 4 to finally finish it. So I got lots to tell. So you can find it at Amazon. There's the link. I love this. If, like I said, if you like supernatural, if you like westerns, then this is the book for you.
And I
Thank you.
am
Hell yeah.
over halfway through the first issue.
Are you mad at me?
Am I mad at you? I'm mad at you for Thrash for sure. But
Guys.
but this book now.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I could give a brutal review of it, but I won't. I won't. And also, I like the book so far, so I don't know how you'd have to fuck up the ending of it to make me not like it at this point. Because, like I said,
Well, no, I mean,
Clowns.
Clowns.
yeah, there's definitely
yeah,
clowns. No,
clowns,
there's
yeah,
no clowns.
Absolutely fucking with me. Yes. Right,
Thanks,
Kevin?
Kev.
All right. So, and one more. Let's hear about Tatsumi.
So
Yes.
Tatsumi, the Servant Mistress 1 through 3 is on Kickstarter right now. Dash is wearing a fine garment that was in Kickstarter for issue 2. You can still get that one in 3. Think Pirates of the Caribbean and the live action One Piece meeting your favorite martial arts heroines. That's the tagline for Tatsumi. Campaign for issue 3 has been going spectacularly as far as we're concerned. We do have one of the most random cameos you'll ever see in a comic, which is Efren Ramirez, who was Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite, actually asked to be a character in our series. So Efren Ramirez his character is going to debut. I've already unlocked a bunch of stretch goals. One of them is the digital version is going to get a behind the scenes of how this all came about, and how Efren got involved, and how we worked on developing his character is very interesting. Normally, Steph and I just write, and when we're done with something, we think it's good, we roll with it. And with this, you kind of have to run it by the actor and see what they think, and see if they feel it represents them as well, and see what their ideas are and integrate them in. So it was kind of a neat process. We do have some sick wood covers from somebody that is on this show right here. Sarah's done a great job with Definite Article, making some great wood covers. We've collabed, and there's been a lot of late night oil and crazy wild sessions that we've had between Steph and Sarah and myself to come up with some really cool offerings. And you can get the ones from the rest of this campaign or the earlier campaigns, this one, but we'd love for you to go up there, help us keep the momentum going, get to that next stretch goal, unlock some more fun stuff, and go from there.
Yes.
Excellent.
And
Love
make
that
Dash
crazy
spend
late night
hundreds of
oil.
dollars.
Yes, we're waiting for you.
That's the ultimate goal, really.
There
It's
are
like-
hundreds for you to spend on your Dash. Hundreds. Yes,
I will.
There
I
are
will.
some of my favorite socks on this campaign.
Asking
there
the
better
real
be-
questions.
Ever done the
It
Widowmaker?
wouldn't be an In Symmetry Creations Kickstarter without socks, though, right?
The Widowmaker socks are on this campaign. Some of my favorite. We actually have wearable Cthulhu Widowmaker style octopus masks, full leather wearable masks in this campaign too.
Glow in the dark.
That one's not glow in the dark. We do have new glow in the dark guitar picks.
Nice. My glow in the dark still scares me every once in a while.
I love it.
Yeah. Nobody told me about that. It's like if you just throw that shirt over a chair and then wake up in the middle of the night to go pee, like it's going to scare the shit out of you.
I love it. I love
But
that.
it also sounds incredibly handy to get you there.
I mean, yeah.
I love that we can provide you all that service of scaring the crap out of you, especially when you're going to the bathroom.
Helps scare the piss out of you.
That's
right.
I would appreciate getting that scared out of me after I reach the bathroom, not before,
It's not a perfect system.
No, it's not.
It kind of works in reverse order.
I mean, okay, so the thing is, if it's more than a few feet away from you, it looks like a fucking eyeball.
Yes.
And that is what gets me. So, yeah, it's a thing. All right. Oh, yes. We got it. We got a pre-launch up. There's nothing on it yet. So that's why but like, you guys can go follow the pre-launch. I don't have it. I need to go find it.
I did earlier today.
Yeah,
Same.
It's literally got nothing on it yet, but the next comic that we're doing here is called Tailwinds, and it is Am I doing it right? Oh, I fucked it up.
Is that
Never
the
mind.
one that you just posted a couple days ago?
Yeah, I posted a little picture from it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll put it in the comments here. Now I can't type and talk at the same time. Relaunch or
I
There,
got
okay.
you followed.
there. It's got absolutely nothing on it. There's no reason for you to follow it yet. Like I'm not enticing anyone in yet. However, it's about a kind of a motley crew that it's about a motley crew of well, they're not technically pirates yet, are they? But they're verging into, it's a swashbuckling adventure. They're verging into the neighborhood of piracy because they're gonna go. They heard a tale about something mysterious, magical, mystical, whatever, and they are going to go snatch it from a rival ship, a rival captain, and then they find that maybe this thing isn't quite what they were expecting.
Is this part of another, or is this part of any of the, or is this a new world for you, or new, or
A new world, yeah,
Nice,
totally
nice,
new
nice,
thing.
Nice.
And actually, Brian and Amanda helped create the world. It's really weird. But like I feel confident saying if you're a Pirates of the Caribbean fan, you're gonna appreciate this. And since Fred learned about it, he's been providing a lot of input too. But I guess technically you weren't there.
No, I take no credit.
Katie Rooston as well.
I am starting my very first one. I'm working on my first comic.
Oh, very nice.
Can you tell us anything about it yet?
I can tell you a little bit about
Right?
it.
Sure.
Because I had the good Matt Knowles give me some pointers on some of the taglines and things like that. But what I can tell you right now is it's set in it's a neo-western, so Sicario, Yellowstone, Sons of Anarchy type thing. Deke Mercer is the I will say he's morally gray character, but he will help the innocent. It's set in By God, Oklahoma, and he's got I know the plot. I don't want to give too much away. Let's just say he's out for revenge for a reason. And the coolest part is a 1970s Plymouth Barracuda maroon with a black stripe. That's his horse.
After what you told me today, Oklahoma, I don't know if I'm ready to revisit right now. That movie. Oof.
Just don't go to Idabel. You're good.
All right, Tom said who's ready to hate. What are we on? We're talking about Thrash, as Matt said in the comments there. And Tom has an interesting comment. Says it's not worse than Killer Whale. And is that another movie that we should not watch?
Oh, what Killer?
I'm looking it up now to find out.
Where's that at, Tom? What streaming channel so I can go
Is it
watch
from Asylum Studios?
Oh no.
Seems like
A24.
something they would make.
YouTube and Prime Video there.
Oh, of
Oh,
course
it's on
it is.
Prime. Nice.
Spoiler
Plot
alert.
follows two
Thrash,
best friends who find themselves trapped in a remote lagoon with a vengeful orca.
Tom, Thrash is not worse than a lot of movies that people like. It's
That's
not better
very-
than them, but it's not worse.
That is extremely true. Yes.
I'm gonna fight for you today, Thrash. Wherever that filmmaker is
Shudder.
out there.
Ooh.
Okay. You guys we gotta talk about one movie at a time here. Killer Whale, Toxic Shark.
All right, let's get into it then.
Okay.
So, what do people like?
Before we do that, I just want you guys all to know if you stay till the end and play the quiz, we have stickers. I have the sticker I'm gonna give
So
away.
cute.
Look at him.
Yes, look at the shark,
The hero.
the true
This
hero.
The
I
hero of the
drew him
movie.
before I saw the movie, okay? So I was just like, well, there's obviously sharks in it, and it's kind of bullshit that there's no thresher sharks in there. But I was like, it's called Thrash. That's close enough. I'm gonna draw a thresher shark. So I did. And
looks
you will
good,
win this if you can win the quiz. And Brian can't play, you guys. Brian wrote the quiz. He's ineligible. to Even
Oh
be
man,
in the
guys,
quiz.
this quiz, garbage in, garbage out. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no.
Steaming fucking
Uh-huh.
pile. We're after 10 minutes, right? I can swear.
Mhm, mhm.
Right. Wes says, thanks to you there's a shark, and you won't believe what happens next. Yes, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Thrash, the shark, and you won't believe what happens next.
It's a
Matt,
guy's butt.
what do we like about this movie, Matt?
The acting was decent.
And
The set
onto
design
that,
was what it should have been.
I will say this. Let me be completely honest. My favorite thing about Thrash was when I was done and I changed it to something else.
That's a solid answer.
Do you guys have the same weird mental disease that if you don't finish the movie, no matter how shitty it is, like it will haunt you until you finish it?
I
It's
definitely
like
don't have that.
I can't watch half a movie. I have to watch the whole thing, otherwise I will be plagued by it until I finish it.
I feel like I feel like I can't give a true critique if I don't watch the entire thing. So I
That's
feel like
very true too.
I feel like if I'm going to give it a just critique, I have to watch all of it. So
I can sit through anything as long as it's not like stupidly offensive. Like, yeah,
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah,
Knuckle
I
down.
Yeah,
agree.
okay, that is true. I have stopped movies for being too offensive. That's a very good point. Fish says he never knows what's going on in the quiz, which fair.
this
especially
one's
for
gonna
tonight.
cook you, man.
Like it sounds like tonight's gonna be a banger. So, and Steph is here from 30,000 feet in the air.
She is somewhere on the way to Phoenix right now. They changed her flight at the last minute. Like, hey, we're rebooking you. They didn't even let her know. They just were like, here's your new flight plan.
Like she'll
Oh, that's
probably show
horrible.
up. Oh, that's airline like flight is just awful. Like unless you have $1 billion that you can just charter your own damn plane and it waits for you. Air travel is awful.
there's nothing good about that I can say about this movie either.
This kind. I can watch half a movie.
He can. It's really
If it's
weird.
garbage,
Kid.
man,
Dude,
I got
kid.
way
Like,
better things to
that-
do. There are good
Amanda's
movies out there.
Amanda's very first appearance on this show was because Brian could not finish a movie.
Don't look up.
Now,
Yes, he could
And I will
not
say
finish
that
Don't
just-
Look Up.
I
And
felt
that was
gross.
Lori Calcaterra traumatizing us all.
I will say this. I feel like if I look at a movie and I'm like, oh, this is a 90-minute long movie, I can pretty much sit through anything outside of, like you said, overtly offensive. But if I was like, hey, this movie's absolute dog ass, and I'm like, oh, this is a 3-hour long movie, I'm not going
Yeah,
to
I'll give you that.
up to that.
Yeah,
But
it's like that's so long. to
That's
sit without a
offensively long.
that's offensively
It
long. Yeah.
meets the
Yeah,
criteria.
offensively long. Steph says, not sure. I've seen Matt have such a visceral reaction from a movie, and I've seen a lot of movies with him, and that's true. When Dash, we were doing the JP3 show, and Dash brought up Thrash that day, and Matt had a very uncharacteristic response to that, and then I was like, okay, now we got to do it. And I thought, like you said, you weren't coming to this show, and then but now it's like kind of. It's like Kevin calls it therapy. Like this is catharsis.
It's
for you.
cathartic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
So-
is a good way to rant.
For sure.
Like Brian said, I think that most of the actors did a solid. Like I won't say great because like you can't do a great job with a piece of shit script like this, but
Garbage
they
in,
did a
garbage
solid.
out.
They did what they could with what they had, and
Absolutely.
that's just like about all like that's about all I can say that was great about it. That was good about it. Was like it's nothing was great about it, but yeah, like they tried. The actors tried. Wait, Fish, you walked
yeah.
out of Predator?
Which Predator?
haven't
The
seen
original
it.
one?
And then he said he went back and watched Predator, but and the game,
Because there's
which
Predator and the Predator now.
and
I
that's
don't know
true.
which
Yeah,
one's newer.
Predator's
The
the
Predator is
original,
newer.
right? Yeah,
Okay.
Predator's the original.
Predator is the original, yeah.
Well, we'll have to do a Predator show and get Fish on because you know what? I haven't seen that movie in a hot second. So we'll have to watch that one again sometime. And we haven't done. Well, we did Alien. I was like, we haven't done any of those classic kind of horror action movies, but we did do Alien. Anyway, let's just talk shit about this movie. There's nothing else good to talk about. Let's just get into what was bad about it.
I'll let you guys talk shit first, but I can find some gems on this wart. I don't think it's all that bad. I don't think it's. I think this is well. You guys go. You guys show me. You know what I'm up against, and I'll decide if I.
Ladies and gentlemen, I really like Fred Schwartz. Fred Schwartz is a great guy, but this is the first time I have ever questioned his sanity because of the drivel coming out of his mouth on this live stream.
Okay.
Fred, are you okay? Do you need assistance?
Matt, I'm going to tell you this. My intention here is this. I am not going to artificially elevate Thrash. I'm going to point out that it is not that much worse than most of the shit that most people think is good. Okay, we live in a world where human beings share 98.8% of our DNA with chimpanzees. We are 50 to 60% genetically similar to a banana. And you're going to tell me that this movie is that much worse than The Day After Tomorrow and Twister and all the other bullshit, end of the world, like shit going bit wrong movies.
You get Twister out of your mouth when we're
talking. Twister's a great movie.
Wait, Twister or Twisters? Like
Twister,
the Helen Hunt and other people in it movie.
The first one, this is not that much worse than Twister. It's not better than Twister, no, but Twister is
okay,
not.
I'm kicking Fred off the show.
It is not.
Strip him of his
Fred,
title.
Fred, blink twice if this is a hostage situation.
Guys, Twister, oh my God. It's a Jan de Bont movie, all right? It is dumb, thin, it is like surface level stupid action. There is no sophistication in there. They wow you with a few razzle dazzle, like this is a storm chaser. It's a real thing. Here's a little science behind it, and then they throw a cow at you. It is not sophisticated. It is not deep. It is no difference than the idiot guy running around with half a stump arm in this movie.
They're both buddy
stupid.
Movie.
They're both stupid.
Listen, Fred, Sharknado is more realistic than this movie, okay?
They are all in the same basket. They are all in the same
Except this one doesn't do campy.
The most realistic part of this movie, absolutely the most realistic part, and I think Dash, coming from an area that has a lot of slaughterhouses, you can agree with me here. Like, obviously, we carry animal blood around in 60,000 fucking gallon tankers. Like, we
I've
just
got two in my backyard right now.
What was that? Does that?
No, they do that. They do that.
Bullshit.
Yeah. They'll take it from one plant, like from a smaller plant to a larger plant for processing.
I am
the thing. So that is a thing that happens. They've had spills on highways before and tankers leaking, and it always makes the news as being super gross.
And I'm going to push back. I'm going to push back on something else you said. This movie doesn't do campy. Okay, her mother lecturing her about a water birth, and then she winds up pregnant in the story. Come on,
that's
man.
some clunky foreshadowing.
Come on,
that's clunky. That
was horrible
that's not campy.
foreshadowing.
That was
God, that's any worse than the fucking cow. Come on, guys.
I've literally got a medieval scroll that I could go through, but I'll start with one thing because I want to make sure that we have the ability to go back and forth. I don't want to take over the show because I was gladly able to join Dash's show, and Sarah let me come on. The first thing I'll say is this: I'll give a small-time indie production a lot of leeway. They might not, if it's a small indie production, they might not have the budget to do some of the things that they want. So I'll give them some credit there. When you have a budget of purported $20 to $30 million, when it was a Sony production that then had the rights sold to Netflix, and it was presented as this new, big, huge budget, I am not going to give you any grace when you are lazy with your script. Okay, I don't care if it's Sharknado. I don't care what it is. When you're lazy and you don't do the minimal research on your script, I will not give you any slack. This movie pissed me off from minute one to the final minute because of how lazy the script writing was. They could have paid me or Fred $100. Not that I'm saying I would have taken it. I would have charged them a lot more. But if they would have charged, they could have said, Fred, you're in Florida. Matt, you're in Florida. You can be my hurricane expert. And literally every single thing about this movie, about hurricanes, they got wrong. There's not one thing right about a hurricane in this movie, not one. And you can tell they didn't go to one person who's ever been in a hurricane and ask them what it's like, ask them what the technology is, any of it.
They had a meteorologist type person consult. They just apparently fucking ignored him.
Okay, well, they must have ignored it. That's it. That's complete insanity.
Complete
insanity.
Utter.
You don't get to vote Dash. Like you're already on the show. You're not getting that. That's cheating. This was me. You don't get to.
Let's
okay, here I am.
Let's get into it. The hurricane stuff was wildly fucking inaccurate. Like it started with the fact that the rain was not heavy, the wind was not heavy. You could see things. They never had an eye of the hurricane. It was just sort of like a big surge over the tidal wall, and then suddenly there's twee rain everywhere, and people are shouting at each other and can hear each other. It's
Oh my
just
god, right?
none of that. None of that is how that operates. The fact that in like a Cat 5 especially, you're going out, the winds are like 150 plus miles per hour.
Not 7.
They are bending billboards over so that they form little arches with their metal feet. It's uprooting trees because of how much water soaks the roots, and then they're popped up, and so the roots are up there. It's just destroying things, absolutely. But like your little tween isn't going on top of the roof and throwing down some towels to form the letter help that's not immediately soaked and flushed off the roof along with her. Like none of that's happening. Like completely inaccurate.
Real quick, just Google how scientifically accurate is Twister and read me the sentence that comes up.
We know that
So
it's already not.
It is
it's
complete
not.
Twister. That's what I'm saying. This movie
We're
is
not talking
good.
about Twister. We're talking
We
about
are.
Thrash.
No,
But Twister, you might have-
I'm happy to talk
thing.
about Twister after we discuss
My
this.
point is that Thrash is getting shit on. It's being held to a level that that movies that are considered classic by our generation do not meet.
It was
This is just, if not for the
Internal
clunky
consistencies.
dialogue that it wears. What?
It's the internal consistency.
It was
It's
advertised
better than a
as
Cat
the new-
5, and then
It
it's
was
a mild
advertised as
downpour.
the new Jaws. It
Everything
was
is advertised as the new Jaws.
Jaws. So you cannot tell me. At least Jaws was somewhat accurate.
At least
Fisticuffs is the new Jaws. Have you heard that?
Twister at least tried to give you a sense of the wind speed, and it tried to give you a sense of the actual danger involved. Here it was all just twee rain, a little bit of the one big surge that did some stuff, and then it was all about sharks biting your ass. That's it.
So,
Like, that is not how
ass.
that's not how a hurricane behaves.
Don't get me
Also,
started on the.
people know hurricanes are coming for like weeks in advance, and then
exactly.
for
Especially
days
the
they know what's
preppers.
going on. There's absolutely no sudden surprise moment of oh there's a hurricane, I didn't know, or making like the guy who's a lower socioeconomic class be a total fucking hick
Yeah,
who's like,
yes,
oh
yes.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is just a little rain, and no, someone who's a prepper who he's going to be like very aware of how that situation is. He's going to be the first one to be like, what category is it? What are my concerns? How am I going to deal with this? Instead, they were just taking a pot shot at someone who was, a hick or lower socioeconomic class and trying to make them seem stupid, which was not okay. They had a whole classist thing happening throughout this entire thing where if you were lower socioeconomic class, you're probably going to end up dead. And then as long as you had like the white collar job, you would be okay. And that was real shit.
Mhm.
So
Don't
to
get me
build on what
started
Amanda-
on the. Don't get me started on the birth in the water.
Oh my God. Nothing about the birth, nothing about the pregnancy. That is not how any of that works. Let's just
But
get
don't forget
into
the
that.
Great White Doula.
The great white doula. No,
Oh
not
my
the,
god!
Like I said, I want to build on what
Like-
Amanda's saying, because that was the first thing that made me go, "Oh, come on!" When the movie started, there's a storm, Hurricane Henry, that's so large. They're saying if there was ever a Category 6, it would be it. Yet you have oceanographers that live on the water. They make their living on the water, and one of the guys is like, "What's it called?" They have no clue it's even out there. I'm like,
yeah.
no.
No.
That's
It
not
succeeded
how
in
it
its
goes.
sneak check. Got a nat
Yes.
20.
A
Like,
category
oh no!
almost-
Quick, look!
Yes.
There's a hurricane!
Snuck up
Oh my
on a
gosh, how'd that get
coastline.
there?
Yeah, and this is H, by the way. They go alphabetic, so that's not the first storm of the season. It didn't catch anyone off guard. They've gone through several that have gotten named, so clearly, they're used to stuff to some extent. They're experienced people. They would absolutely know what's going on. People who live, especially on the coast in hurricane places, are aware of the hurricane situation. They do stock up. I mean, I'll give you like if it's a Cat 2 and under, they're a little cavalier about that shit. But like, it is not without any concern, and then people don't instantly turn into panic and like board shit up. They're boarding it up early. It's not. It just
That town would have.
There's
That
the
town would have
graphic-
been abandoned two weeks early.
There's the
before
graphic that
anything happened.
says 22 minutes to landfall in the movie. 22 minutes to landfall, and the girl is driving around trying to find a drugstore that's open. I'm like, if you've ever lived in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, when a storm is coming, they are mandatory evacuations. no store is going to be open. No knucklehead is going to be driving around trying to find a store that's open, and no store owner is going to be open by law. They cannot be open.
And as a pregnant person, she's very well aware of she knew she was pregnant. She knew it was hurricane season. She would have gotten lectures from so many people about these things. She would have had absolute preparation done.
Thank you.
She would have known way more about her own pregnancy. Just all of that. Like, there's no way she would be stopping there. Also, they have mandatory, the cops go around neighborhood by neighborhood and do the siren bullhorn thing and are like, you need to leave the neighborhood. They'll even knock if they think you're there. Like, when my family skipped out, we would shut the lights off and keep the door shut and wait until they passed. But for everyone else, like, if you're supposed to evacuate, you evacuate. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she was, I know this is a little point, but even being from New York City, she had to know that Mini Cooper was not going to drive through that fucking tree.
Right? Oh, and it was like the truck driver was like, "Oh yeah, you follow me out of here," and then he's like, "Oh, just ram through this tree and injure yourself." No, that good old boy is not even a pickup truck. He's in an 18-wheeler. He's just gonna hit reverse and smash the shit out of that tree to help that woman out. Like, that's like the opposite of the Southern manners going on right there. No,
gotta get this
there's no way good old boy
transported.
leaves a pregnant woman and is like, just drive into a tree. Hell no, that doesn't happen.
Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Steph.
Hey, Lisa, watch this.
So, Fred, you live in Florida.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a levee at the beach?
So I'm just gonna, if I may, just before I answer that question.
You may.
If I may. So I didn't see a trailer for this movie. Obviously, I'm more familiar with marketing than Dash, that apparently they do exaggerate somewhat. But
people act like fucking idiots when the tornado sirens go off, like they've never heard it before. It is.
I stand
ridiculous.
outside during the tornado. So.
Oh yeah, we're the dumbasses with look at the rotation with our phones, just video. Yeah, no.
Within about 2 minutes, within about 2 minutes into this movie, I knew all logic was gone and out the window. I was not betrayed by a trailer. I did not believe this was the new Jaws. So I was signed up for what I signed up for. When I saw a joke about water birth, I knew a bad pregnancy delivery scene was coming. Here's the thing that I'm going to defend on this movie, and I'm probably in the wrong here, but
you are.
I am a fan of people shooting their shot. Okay, this is apparently it's an auteur project, writer director. This was his vision. Okay, he effing tried. He took in the stuff that he saw. I can see the DNA of better movies in this movie. Right, he saw A Quiet Place. He was trying to do his twist on a birthing scene. He saw better movies. Yes, there are much better movies I can recommend to you. If you like a good shark movie, watch Dangerous Animals. If you like a good flood movie, watch Crawl. Excellent movie. I haven't been able to watch it since I moved to Florida, but at no point in my contract with this movie did I actually believe I was going to get a good movie. I expected shit. I got shit. And I think it is unfair for this movie to be held to a standard because it tried to depict a real storm inaccurately. While I guarantee you, this entire panel, with the exception of Brian and Amanda, probably are big fans of The Day After Tomorrow, which is total nonsense bullshit. So I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. This movie is the cousin of shit like that and Armageddon and those kinds of awful disaster movies.
But
and I got to say,
disaster movies all try to be over the top. They try to do ridiculous science explanations for bullshit. This one
made me cry. Come on now.
Was standing square in the middle of, this is real science. This is real life. This is how things be in the South. This is how things are when a hurricane hits. And also, but now over the top is the sharks. The sharks are coming. But even that, they didn't make it like over the top Sharknado. They didn't make it even Jaws. They
did literally jump a shark, though.
They did literally jump a shark. They made a point of this wasn't parody. This wasn't over the top. This was trying to center itself in a world that is our world, and have the shark attack try to be plausible. And literally nothing was plausible about the movie.
And they broke their own rules.
This was the best. Yeah. This was the best swing that filmmaker had, and I'm going to defer to his ineptitude. I really think he tried his best here, and I don't think that Armageddon was parody. Armageddon really tried. That movie, that's a movie that to quote Ben Affleck here, right? you said, like, why, it's a movie where the logic is it's easier to send drillers into space than teach astronauts how to drill. So, I mean, it's like, this is the cousin of those shit movies. I didn't have high expectations, and I was not disappointed. And I'm not,
Armageddon did break its own rules.
Well,
That's the problem I have.
Here's the thing, Dash. If I told you I'm going to make a movie about the Oklahoma Sooners football team,
Yes.
and you're like, okay, cool. It could be fictionalized, it could be whatever. But then you watch my movie, and the team is in blue. Their field is round.
We're having some words.
They throw a brick. The scoring, they get 5 points for every time they yell. You're going to go, this person has never seen Oklahoma Sooners football.
True.
Why didn't they go watch 5 minutes of a game to understand the absolute basic minimum to get it right, to actually make it look like Oklahoma Sooners football?
True.
That's why I have a problem with this movie. When they say things like, when you got a levee on a flat coast, which is not a levee, that's a seawall. A levee is what you have on the side of Lake Pontchartrain to hold the lake out of New Orleans. That's not the same thing as a seawall. If you have a seawall on a flat coast, you're not going to get 15 to 20 foot high floods on the coast. So little things like that, I'm like, they were thinking New Orleans. They were thinking Asheville flooding because it's in the mountains. I'm like, the things that they said would happen don't happen. The movie looked like it was a river that had overflowed like what had happened in Texas. It did not look like anything that had anything to do with a hurricane. They did not even get the name of the roads in South Carolina right. They kept saying, we need to go to I-17. I-17 is in Arizona.
I honestly thought they were just kind of making the road stuff up.
There's a route 17 there's a route 17 there, but they could have said Route 17, but they didn't. They called it Interstate 17. Interstate 17 is on the other side of the coast.
Invite Fish, because I like Fish's take on this movie. They didn't make this movie for you guys. This was not a movie made for hurricane enthusiasts. This was made for like a casual audience that like this is for like the generation.
I'm on your team, Fred, because I was prepared that this was going to be a piece of shit. I did not go in expecting a masterpiece, and like it was. I liked it because it was bad. I liked it because it was ridiculous.
Did you like how the women talk to each other? How shitty were all of the scenes where two women had to talk to each other? Black teen girl with agoraphobia is leaning out the window, and the white woman is having to explain how, because she's pregnant, she has more worth as a person and must be rescued. And that's not how two women are going to talk to each other.
How big her opening was, okay?
The entire birthing
there?
piece. But yes, you have to look down there, and then
it was very stupid. Like it was very clearly written by a man.
Very clearly written by a man who apparently cannot Google how birthing works. I mean, it was such misinformation, it became disinformation. He was actively harming women with these descriptions. It was not good.
I think that the depiction of the sharks pissed me off more than that, because
that
is not what sharks do, okay?
It's not how sharks do.
When we need her, she's in an airplane.
Okay, let us start.
Talk about how sharks actually are, and it's not like that.
Yes.
Although sharks are motherfuckers, let's be real.
Sure, but let's start with the fact that sharks are not attracted to cow's blood, and
Just
certainly
randomly
blood that doesn't magically run against the current to go down into the ocean that leads them all in. Like they are attracted to fish blood.
All right, now look here, y'all need to get off my man. I ain't even watched this movie.
Back up. That's a run-in in the wrestling
Y'all
industry.
cannot be out here expecting anything to be this amazing thing. Now, I get it. Like, if things are inaccurate, I get it if they're talking to people weird. Who the hell pulls out their atlas in the middle of a crap movie? Well, I don't believe that road actually goes through here. Okay, if they're writing a crap movie, they're clearly not checking for stuff like that. That's setting the bar way too high for this kind of thing. Like, I love crappy movies. They are some of my favorite things. Like Transmorphers is one of my favorite movies in the world. It's like the copy I watched, like before when Transformers is just hitting the theaters, and I got Transmorphers from freaking Movie Gallery. Like half of it was backwards. The audio was all out of sync. Like one scene, people are making out and there's laser blasts, and the next second, people are in a battle in outer space, and you hear people smooching and getting it on. It's freaking nuts. It was so bad. I loved it. It's my favorite thing. But like y'all can't put it this kind of standard. Okay, I said my piece.
All right, I got a quick response to Fish. I got a quick response. Fish, do you know that the St. Louis Arch is not in New York City? Do you need to pull out a map?
I am aware of that, but I mean, if somebody's saying this is New York and I see it in the background of the shot, I'm gonna be like, that's not New York.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
not gonna be like,
dude,
the whole atmosphere is ruined. My
That's
disbelief is
least
just
of the problems with the movie.
It's not even. It's not even just that. It's.
That's it. As a Californian, the hurricane details were kind of whatever to her, and I'm like, that's me too. Like, if they were talking about tornadoes, I might have been more opinionated on it. But like for hurricane, I've never been in a hurricane. I don't know what that's like.
This is a pattern, though. It's a pattern of behavior whereby every single thing that they've tried to describe or bring us into their world for, they do it wrong. And so anytime you have any sort of subject matter expertise on that part, it really disengages. And anyone watching the movie is going to be like, so the sharks just randomly attacked people? Neat. Like,
I'm going to play this generation card again. This is the audience for this movie are the people. Their parents watch Twister in theaters, raised their kids poorly, and now they watch TikTok all the time. And this is what they think is a movie.
I did not raise my kids poorly.
I meant the Sharillas, okay? I meant the Sharillas.
That's the first thing Fred said tonight I agree with.
But that's who this movie is for. And secondly, I just want to say, Fish, thank you for the run-in and the save. I feel like when Mick Foley and Stone Cold came in,
he
and
just hit us with a chair. He hit us with a chair, Matt. He hit us with a chair shot.
On someone like that, I got to step up. And this is something that I care passionately about because I really like bad movies. And it bothers me way more when we're doing a serious movie that's handled seriously, or we're handling a cop drama and they're talking about deep subjects and they're talking about the trauma that's going on in Law and Order SVU, and it keeps cutting back and forth to them in the car talking to each other, and the blue backlight keeps jumping from one side of their head to the other, and that bothers me way more.
But this movie was taking itself seriously. There's nothing about this movie that was parody or like over the top like disaster flick, really. They were trying very hard to make us be like scared and concerned. And it was a very, like, they were taking themselves seriously. They put production value into trying to make it look good and try and like be consistent with how things are. And they failed.
Sarah, I just want you to know when I talked about doing this show, this is exactly how I envisioned it.
Honestly, Dash, I'm glad you
I
recommended
think
the movie now because it's got tempers up.
I
think there's something
Man, I'm here
all
for it.
7 people
Thank you.
in this grid can agree with. Okay. At any point when you've had a large rainstorm,
Yes.
or you've been in a flood, or you've had 150-mile-an-hour winds, or like my car might sink, are you going to drive around with your window completely down?
Thank you.
You have tanker truck drivers, you have small car drivers.
Right.
I'm like, why are they driving with their window down? Her car's floating away, and she's just like, hey, I'm going to look out the window with my window down. I'm like,
Fun fact, when
That's behavior for driving on a frozen
you also
ice.
can't see when the rain
a
is
frozen
coming
lake.
down that hard, you cannot see when you're driving. You have to pull over unless you're very special, and
That's
then
probably
you
why
can
they got
try
the
to make it
window down,
through.
so they can stick their head out and see where they're going.
Even then, you really
Got my
can't see.
hurricane
It's
goggles.
really bad. It's
I
really
already
bad.
redneck. I already done that before.
Oh yeah, no, but really
I
no.
want to know how far so Billy's house and Dakota's house were not that far apart, right? They were a couple
Right.
miles.
Couple
We
I don't
miles.
know.
No.
The stories never
Somehow-
They need a
interacted. They were
special
just two
plan not
different
telling
movies.
us.
Somehow Dakota's house became completely underwater, whereas Billy's house, a 1-story house, Dakota had a 2 or 3 story, like there was 2 stories in an attic in that house, and Billy's house was 1 story with one of them bullshit fake attics, and his never got above the kitchen counters. Like, Like there's
That's
no
the
way
one-
that there's that much flood in town and that little flood just outside of town.
That's the
Again,
one with
on a
the
fact
Like,
level,
it annoyed the shit out of me because
That's
like they just matched the level of flood with the level of peril, like because they couldn't flood the whole.
Correct.
They flood Billy's whole house because then the kids would have drowned, and they can't drown the kids.
Also, no basements. That's South,
Right.
South
They had
Carolina.
a
No
basement.
basements.
But that house had a basement for one of the foster kids to go down in and try to get the
They had
gun
to-
or whatever it was.
The
There's
People
storm
did that
shelters
with the
and-
dynamite, right? Like
escape. They got a distraction, and instead, one of them dove into the basement. That was the distraction they should have left.
Well, and the kids didn't hardly even. Half the time I didn't even know what the kids were there for. It was just there to give us a little bit of
Because they needed 90 minutes.
Okay.
with them. Yeah, they needed something but they at the same they added those kids for the emotional impact, and then
But there was none.
they spent so little time on all of the like we didn't care about any of those people because they didn't spend enough time like teaching us about these people's lives. Like
Let's also
I
talk
feel
about
like
Billy's
Coda-
epic sneak attack where he swims all the way into the house right up to the counter underwater while
Exactly.
mortally wounded.
with an
What?
arm
Another sneak attack.
wow,
Perfect.
yes. Oh my god.
with half his butt gone.
There
Yeah.
are two things
No
that I wanna
half-ass
point
job
out
from
here.
him. Perfect sneak.
Because that's the thing that sharks do a lot.
You guys are taking this too seriously. Dash clearly misread. It is clearly this movie is The Jaws meets The Room. If you think of it as like the context of The Room, that's what this is.
That is a
Second
colder
point-
burn than anything we've said about the producer, writer.
No, because The
director so
Room
far.
has
Well
its
done.
place in cinema somewhere. It does, and and The Room is no worse than The Day After Tomorrow or Armageddon or Twister. And second of all,
I'm still
if
pulling
you
your.
guys-
I'm still
I
pulling
I
your
want to see
title.
Fred's
I-
metrics for ranking a movie.
and also too, you guys are all taking this way too seriously. I didn't do any research about this movie at all, but this is a writer-director project, so I just Googled this. This director is only 2 films after making a movie called Spermageddon. Okay, he is still learning in his career. If you guys expect the director of Spermageddon to make Citizen Kane, you guys are just expecting way too much.
Netflix should have
Okay, now I
not
know
went to
what's
him.
next on my
Again,
viewing
this is
list.
why Sony probably sold the movie to Netflix. If you're going to give somebody a $20 to $30 million budget and it's going to be promoted on Netflix when it came out as this big thing, it was at number 1 on Netflix for a
Yes.
while. And, to me, there's a different level of responsibility. If it's somebody making a bad low budget film, again, one of my favorite low budget films of all time, Napoleon Dynamite. At least it stayed within the rules of its own universe.
Exactly.
And it made millions upon millions. It didn't need $20 to $30 million. How do you screw up so bad and not get anything factually right when you've got that big of a budget behind you? That is the thing that makes me so frustrated.
Let's not forget. I will say this: Netflix counts just how many times you click on the title. That's what makes it number 1. They don't count anything other than how many clicks you do on the title. So
Also, real quick, if you guys get a chance, look up Spermageddon. The poster looks really charming. The poster
Yeah,
looks
I
charming,
am.
right?
I'm reading the Wikipedia
Yeah, we should
page
do that
right
on the
now.
show.
I just
Good luck with that
Fred-
sticker, Sarah.
I think I'm going to put that
Yeah, me
into a private mode.
Listen, I don't watch movies like this because I don't need to watch a movie to understand how a hurricane works. I literally lived in South Florida when Hurricane Andrew came through. One of the scariest things I've ever heard in my life, having my house boarded up, literally sounded like a train driving over top of the house for hours. I know what a Category 5 sounds like. I live 2 miles from the coast. I live in Florida. Fred lives in Florida. We know what it's like when a hurricane comes through. Most of the time, it's hurrying up and waiting for nothing and getting stuck in traffic jams because everybody's evacuating. So it's not like I'm watching this for that point. I'm just like, just get some of the facts right. Don't look like it's a river flood movie.
I think that's my biggest. I mean, if you want my biggest critique, it is that I understand it's a bad movie, and we all said we went into it not knowing that it was going to be a bad movie. I think I would, like Matt says, I want some accuracy to it because this wasn't a parody. This was set out to be a serious movie. That is and that is the way it was advertised and the way it was presented. This is a serious movie. And when you can't be serious enough and you give me so much crap. And again, like I said, I don't want to talk about the birthing scene because that was ridiculous. I don't want. And Sarah brought up the flooding of the one story and the two story where pregnant girl is breathing at the top of the house just like this, and you got 3 kids a mile away sitting on top of a counter trying to figure out how to get out of there. It takes. I want some immersion in a movie.
And even like the basics, like
like
she
she was
grabbed
pretty
a
immersed when
freaking
she was
kitchen
looking at
knife, totally would have dropped it before she fell multiple times to get to
No,
the car.
she
And then
fell
she carves
herself.
gently on a big ass tree stick and manages to cut it and pull it off of her magically.
She didn't even
That
get a
is-
bread knife. Like with
Right?
the
Not even a bread knife.
Y'all are
Yeah.
gonna love
That's-
the
that is
quiz.
not how-
It was
So-
almost a
This is
butter
such a-
knife. You might as well have been a butter knife. when she was cutting it.
100%. That woman
that was-
died drowned thoroughly because there's no way those tree branches were
I know
being
she
cut.
speared herself, and then when her blood entered the water, then she drew the sharks to her and pregnantly
Again,
got
they don't get attracted to human blood or cow blood. It's fish blood. They're actually actively avoid like dank, gross old blood. They find it nasty and will steer around. So they might have even not wanted to come into the water because of the old dead cow blood floating around. But it's not going to attract them to her with the over the top birthing scene.
like, let's suspend reality and say that is what happens. Like, it totally came
if you
from
got
the,
to hide
from the
it
cow
all.
blood, right? Let's suspend reality some more, right? The flow of the water pushed that bloody water away ages ago,
Ages
and yet
ago.
the sharks just hung out. Like, because they were like, oh yeah, there's a girl in the second story. She's about to have a baby. It'll be delicious. Like, what the?
If you wanted me to feel some realism, you would have used.
Sounds like it
Somebody
fits
said
in
it
the-
earlier.
I
I think
didn't
you
even
would have
want-
used bull sharks instead of, because at least bull sharks would have swam up a damn river.
100%, man. 100%
Well, they
Dan.
were bull sharks.
They were bull sharks, and one. And
No,
one
they weren't.
great
I thought they
thing that-
were, or they were bull sharks, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
And
bull
they-
sharks.
he
But the
told
bull
us about
sharks,
the
like,
story.
they don't come inland. They hang out where the water's gushing out and catch all the stirred up prey. They don't go inland.
But they can
can.
survive in fresh water. That's probably why they were the most plausible choice.
Yeah,
Except and the what great
When the
white shark
water's
just
2
shows
stories
up as a
deep.
Deus Ex the Sharkina, whatever.
Right? Yeah,
I-
no, the writer was trying to say that it was just they set up the natural environment so that would just happen and it had nothing to do with, heroically rescuing the white woman and her baby.
I just did a quick Google search, and you're right, Amanda. They are not attracted to cow's blood, but they're also not especially attracted to human blood. So, in that regard, it is like Jaws, a bunch of bullshit. And I'm going to add Jaws to my list of movies that this is no better than.
That's why I said it's as
Oh, yeah.
realistic as
It's the new Jaws.
It is the new Jaws.
It is
Wow,
not the
you're
new
dead
Jaws.
to Steph
Fred, you've
Shannon.
heard me talk about Jaws.
Ever.
I'm not sad about your choice there.
Okay, that's fair.
We're behind you, Fred.
So- Fred, I just want you to know that like the early pre-iteration of this very show was me live tweeting all the stupid shit that I saw in The Day After Tomorrow.
Okay, fantastic.
And so like that movie is the reason we're all sitting here today, so you can't shit on it too much.
Right.
Sure you
And
can.
again,
So pushing that one back down the like it's eventually
Nothing's
it's in
forbidden.
2027 because we were gonna watch it like at the beginning of January or some shit, and now it's like it's in September, I think. Like we keep pushing it down the schedule. Like eventually we'll watch it for the show, but
I try to advocate for bad movies in general. Like Fish and I, and
Bad movies.
I think all of us did.
Somebody
We
tried.
we
Give
all
them
like
credit.
bad movies, but
We
we
all like bad
also
movies.
like
I love
a
bad
certain.
movies.
But there's
that's
like
why I like them, is because I like to nitpick. I like
and there's
bad.
different kinds of bad movies.
And like I enjoy finding the faults in really good movies. I enjoy seeing mistakes and flubs that they make, or people flipping sides of the car, or
Oh yeah,
all
yeah.
kinds of weird stuff that happens in movies, or the orange juice keeps jumping around the table,
Inconsistency,
or
yeah.
whatever. Like even in a really good movie, that stuff's kind of fun for me to find. So I can enjoy finding the fault in it. But you're never gonna see me just crapping on somebody. I mean, because even if it's not my cup of tea, okay, it's not for me.
Well, Fish,
but-
like I said at the beginning, when it's one thing if this was one of the first movies that I've watched in a long time where I found myself, because normally I'm like, how can people get it right? What do they do right? All that. That's my mentality. When a movie gets so many things wrong, I'm like, okay, are they going to get anything right? And my mind's like, is there going to be something that I can latch onto where they did get something right? And the reason why I'm like, calling Route 19 Interstate or Route 17 Interstate 17, I know that there's no Interstate 17 on this side of the country. I just know that because of living on the coast. Things like there's no human being that lives on a coast that says when a hurricane is coming, you need to get to higher ground. That is not the phrase. Nobody says that. It's said all throughout the movie. Never do you hear them say go inland. If you have a hurricane, they evacuate the coast.
We also don't have basements. Clearly, this was written by some like Yankee in Ohio or something that was like, we fought first. And
it was written and filmed in Australia.
They did their
To be fair,
best.
what I just proved, the internet will tell you anything. So if you have like a writer with earnest intentions, will read. It's like telephone. He's going to read bullshit on the internet. He's going to flub it a little bit, and then you're going to wind up with something that's complete nonsense. And
so,
like,
then make it campy.
Seen from a bunch of other movies that look cool.
Yeah.
If they had made this movie campy, I'd be on your side, Fred.
Yeah,
I don't think
100%.
But again, I take this in the same vein as like movies that are. This is. I'm going to die on this hill, man. This is just as good as Twister. No better, no worse. It's the same stupid bullshit. Just a little. That one was just maybe like a little better screenwriter.
Wes said, "As a Georgia living in Ohio, nobody writes in Ohio."
Hey, listen. Twister is the Oklahoma national movie. You cannot make fun of it, Fred.
I mean, I'm with Fred on that part. You can absolutely make fun of it. But Fred, when you look at the movie, there were some not bad parts. Again, the actors weren't bad. I enjoyed the scene where the racist reporter made the assumption that he grabbed a spear to fight the hippo and got his ass handed to him with no, I went back to my apartment, called the police, and ate a pizza. That was great. Good laugh there. I was very sad that they did not have him get eaten because, again, white collar job. So no, he's not going to get eaten.
His name was fucking Joe Sprinkle. That was what the meteorologist consulted on. His fucking name was Joe fucking Sprinkle.
A guy that names a character Joe. Sorry.
Go ahead, Fred.
I was just gonna say you can't take, a guy named Joe Sprinkle. Like you have to know that the whole screenplay is bullshit. I am with you.
No, meteorologists are known for doing this. They'll take weather names.
Stupid.
I get it.
Yeah.
Gale Hailstorm or Gale Weather.
Not a meteorologist's name.
I'm with you. Like, look, there is some problematic stuff in here, but again, I'm not saying. I don't think this filmmaker. I think he's probably just, I'm on this try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to try to say that he's probably just a little ignorant about society and hurricanes and did his earnest best with what he could with the source material. And if you have a shot to make a movie, and they tell you that this is your thing, you're going to do your best effort. I don't know shit about hurricanes, but I think if somebody, paid me to do it, I would do my best research. I'd probably give you something better than this, but I'm not going to say that
absolutely give us the 20 million. We would make an amazing movie collectively. Right. It would be amazing.
But we don't live in that world. We live in a world where this guy worked his way up the ladder making Spermageddon, and he got to make a movie and I didn't. We all would do better if we had that chance, but this is the guy in the chance. And unfortunately, the guy that works on Spermageddon ascends in Hollywood and he gets to make movies and I don't. That's the world we live in. It sucks.
I'm going to push back on that, Fred. Here's honestly what I think happened. I think the guy was like, hey, cool. I can find a way to make a hurricane and have sharks. And that's a cool concept. And I think that is what he thought about. And I don't think anything else he gave a flying flip about. I don't think he gave any research to making any other thing actually matter. I think it was just like, oh, well, there's a hurricane. I'm just going to say whatever random crap that I can. I've heard the phrase category 5. I'm going to use that. And, I can have oceanographers on the ocean that have never heard of a hurricane before. And then they're going to have another category 5 hurricane coming that's also going to come as a surprise. I think he just threw a bunch of crap together and had his one.
That was my favorite part of the movie, by the way.
I'm with you, but I'm saying that it's just not
category 5.
It's not any better than most of the things that we remember fondly.
And you are solid on that. Actually, the writer said that he knew that the producer really liked shark movies, and the producer also made Don't Look Up and wanted to do a climate change thing. So he's like, I'm going to put climate change and sharks together and get produced.
I've like done enough, like I've watched enough like documentaries to understand like this is how Hollywood works. It's not a guy with earnest intentions telling a passion project about hurricanes. It's a guy trying to get to the next level so that he can make Spermageddon 2. I just like that title. I'm going to keep using it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
Please do.
Record. When we get off of this show, I don't.
I looked up the cover.
Get off on Spermageddon, he says. Oh my God. Okay, continue.
I don't want anybody to think that I am some apologist that's like every time a hurricane is hurricanes must be projected exactly the way that they really are. That's not the way that I am. I mean, come on.
Hashtag proper representation for hurricanes.
Name of this
Hurricanes,
movie
I'm not that way. If anybody on here, we're all writers, and I would hope that if Fred or Fish or Dash, if anybody was doing something in your book, if you're like, hey Matt, I've got this script that I want you to take a look at. I would hope that if there was something in there that just was so incongruent with what you're trying to make happen, hey Fred, you know what? This one section here, I think, kind of throws me off. Like I really like what you're doing for 18 pages. When I get to this thing here, it's throwing me off, and I think it's really compromising this. At least give you that information. I hope that people gave him, like Amanda said, gave him the information, except for him, it's literally the entire script. Like, hey, there's a lot of crap in here that you need to fix because you're going to have 7 yokels that are going to get on a live stream. They're going to talk about the things that they hate about this movie, and they're literally going to spend 45 seconds of it talking about the sharks in a movie that is based on because you got everything else wrong that they couldn't even think about the sharks.
Oh no, I have a whole section.
Amanda,
We haven't even gotten to the section about the sharks, and we're already an hour into the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The dude's from Norway.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I
you don't
was
know
trying to
shit.
Yeah, the
verify.
dude's from Norway.
The freaking director's from Norway. No wonder he got everything
But
wrong.
he had other
Only things
people
he knows
helping
about
him make
America
this
is from
movie.
freaking TV.
You are expecting.
So of course
wait,
every house has a basement and an attic, and
to-
it makes perfect sense.
You said it really good.
This is
$50
exactly
a
what
budget.
this
You
movie
can-
should be. This is what I expect this movie to be made when the director comes from freaking
then spend
Norway.
$100,000 on somebody to say, dude, we need to use the right terms, the right
That's-
everything.
That's
Then listen to
Hollywood.
the
They don't
scientists
do
that you
that.
hired.
Who listens in Hollywood?
you.
Why pay them the
They
money?
keep turning out repeats of the same crap. They're not listening to
I'm gonna-
anybody. The only thing they're listening to is investors and freaking kissing butt to try and get to do this again. Everybody on this set is like, oh, this is the guy that made Spermageddon. Oh, you want to be like him someday. I mean, because he made a movie probably nobody else ever had before.
People fail up in Hollywood. There's not good intentions. It's like, and
100%.
and I'm gonna say the wisest thing said all day from my friend and collaborator. You guys are complaining that your sirloin tastes like a Big Mac. Like, this is a Hollywood production. This is not an indie film. This is not an artist with a burning desire to tell a passion. This is a guy trying to get onto like Mortal Kombat 6. Like, that's where his trajectory is going, and
So-
he will because
so
he made
Fred-
this movie.
So, Fred, even though you were not here for a part of the marketing, are you saying potentially that if this movie was marketed as a spoof movie, if this movie was marketed as satire, that maybe people like myself and Dash would not have such visceral reactions to it because it was marketed as,
You're still going to have a visceral reaction to this.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't blame you necessarily because we're talking hurricanes and you've lived through hurricanes. If this was a tornado movie or meth heads in the trailer down the road, I would have a visceral reaction when they get.
Are you around the
wrong
corner from me?
Because
Fish?
I've lived that life. I know what it's
Are you
like.
around the corner from me?
Just
Just
thinking,
like
I was
freaking
you guys
doctors
utterly live
don't
really
watch
far apart now.
and God won't watch The Rookie because it drives them freaking nuts. You can't watch CSI and have them pull out all this magical equipment that doesn't exist
zoom in,
and be able to do all this computer stuff that
zoom
doesn't
in,
happen.
enhance,
Or
zoom in,
clickety clickety
enhance.
clack. Oh, I just
Yeah.
had to go to the Pentagon.
Enhance.
Oh yeah, let's talk about how the cell phone magically worked at the end of this movie when it absolutely would not have.
They said that they
Didn't
got
everybody
the
hear
stick
like
back.
Jurassic
They got
Park
the
3?
stick back.
Wasn't
What'd you
everybody here pretty much a Jurassic Park 3 fan when we did that movie? And they're like,
I wrote that quiz.
Fred, were you on
But
the show that I was on? I definitely took a very middle ground.
Listen, we know that Jurassic Park 3 is
We
So-
knew that going into this.
This-
I mean, I'm sorry that
the
you
sequel
do
to
feel
a
betrayed
sequel.
by this movie. I
We
didn't
also
expect
set the
much.
bar really, really low
With
for
a name
people
like
Fred, this
Thrash,
movie's-
I would know what I was going into.
Really?
I wouldn't have watched it just because of the title.
Fred, we also set the bar really low for you. We told you knew that this movie was crap.
Yeah.
When we watched it, that was not how it was marketed. We're like, hey, this might be good, and then the bottom fell out. For you,
Once
the
I
bottom
got-
had already fallen out, and all you do is just fall into a little hole.
Once I got into the water birth joke, I'm like, this is where that's where the bottom fell out. It wasn't that
It wasn't
far into
a
the
joke.
movie.
It was foreshadowing. He really thinks that's how birth and all those things work. He had
It's meant.
He's from
Yeah.
Norway.
women give birth the same way in Norway as they
That's
do
how
here.
floods in Norway.
You do
Clearly.
not have a
Don't
baby's
you
head
watch the
crowning at 7 centimeters. You got to get to 10, and then the baby starts making its way down. There was no looking down and being like, "Oh, it's maybe 2 inches, but I see something." Like that's not a
I'm sure that
thing.
information cannot be found
The
unless
cervix
you
is
are
not
literally
at
a
the
doctor.
vaginal
Oh, the
opening.
inside of
There's-
people.
her
it just
The
vagina.
cervix is
doesn't
not
exist.
there. It is further up the human body. That is not how you can't visually measure that way. What the hell?
Yeah.
There-
But that was like
Again,
honestly,
more.
like I am hand waving that part at this point because there were
But-
so many other little things that were just so.
Oh no, yeah, it's just part of the list, the very
Like,
long list of all the
again,
things. But like he had
I
a great
tried to watch-
opportunity. You know about the purple line, right?
The what?
The purple line.
Oh, the
Women who are giving birth have a purple line that
linea-
appears
linea
on their
nigra or
butt,
something?
and that gets longer the longer the birthing process is going as they get closer to actually giving birth. So they could have had a scene where she was looking to see how long the line was on her ass, and that would have been an indicator rather than the joke dialogue that happened where they were just trying to make the two women seem squeamish about their own bodies. Sure.
I didn't know about this line.
That
I'm,
whole
I'm
scene
glad
was
to have learned
stupid.
this.
Yeah.
They could
Yeah,
have
I
cut
mean-
that scene and made this movie 10 minutes shorter because it added nothing to the plot. It added
100%.
nothing. It did not do anything.
It would have been
Sorry.
10 minutes shorter. This dude was trying to hit a certain
Right? That's why they
time.
had the kids in the first place.
Or the wild ableism where the girl with agoraphobia just magically gets better after the white woman needs help.
Well, she had to save a white male baby.
Oh,
White male
yeah,
baby
I
needs
mean,
saving.
this is-
And
cures
all your mental
everything.
healthness is magically swept away.
But I mean, like, I would like, why couldn't they have replaced that dumb scene with 10 more minutes of sharks? Because we didn't get to see nearly enough sharks in this shark movie.
Yes.
Sharks are expensive, Sarah.
We have CGI now.
I mean, and they were doing the sharks dirty, making them immediately go after the humans. They didn't even like make them look like tasty seals or anything. It was just, oh, someone's pulled under, and
And,
then
like, they
attack,
ate-
attack, attack.
They ate several, like, grown-ass adults. And then they were like, oh, yeah, by the way, they also ate all the cows. Like, these sharks are pretty fucking full. Why are they still so ravenous and after these people?
And these sharks couldn't eat any good guys. They only killed bad guys and red shirts. Every main character in this movie survived, which is
Mhm.
very odd
Fuck.
for this type of movie.
100%. And don't forget the very
not true. They
stupid, evil hick who tells the kids that
Yeah, the
sharks
guy
don't
in the
eat kids.
boat.
It's okay to get in the water.
Yeah, but
Guy in the
boat,
boat at the beginning of the movie that tried to help the pregnant lady
but
out.
wasn't he was
do
kind of like
anything
a
wrong.
red shirt to me, though. He was barely. I would kind of
That's fair.
He
Okay.
had an
Yeah.
accent and was indicating that he was a like blue collar worker, so he was okay to eat. That is the theme of this movie. If you are a white collar job, you're okay. Kids get a pass, but yeah, if you're blue collar, you dead.
Yeah, and that definitely screams of not American director right there. Like the Norwegian director.
Oh no, that seems very American.
Well, yeah, but like also
Capitalism
he didn't
grinds up
know-
the blue
he didn't know
collar
the right
worker
groups.
so fast.
Like it was just like that right now the good old boys are like a safe one to be the good guys and the metro people, like the more refined city folk, are perfectly fine to be the bad guys now because there's no fucking rules about that anymore. But like the Norwegian guy was like I've seen these movies before. The rednecks are the stupid ones with the accents and the ones with that have the more refined way of talking, if you call it that. Like everybody's got a fucking accent, right? It's so stupid, but like,
Oh
that's-
yeah, the accents were all over the place.
and
the
this
whole
is
thing.
me being super unfair to him too, because I've never talked to this guy. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm just thinking he's like, this is your good guy, bad guy stereotype of Americans, and obviously the women can't die because they're precious and they need to be protected. And like, if they were eating people, they were eating all the people. Sharks don't care about gender. Sharks are allies, you guys.
I just want to say we're acting like this movie had like an unlimited budget. You know, $20 million is a lot to us, but $20 million was the budget for this, 20 to 30. Okay, Twister in 1996 was made for $92 million, 3 times the budget. Okay, and all they had to do was show like a few swirling tornadoes and a cow. This movie had to tackle sharks, you know, something that passes for a hurricane, and you know, things of that nature. So
Flooding alone is going to cost money. Like,
yeah, this movie had a lot going against it.
cheap.
This movie only had about 7 to 10 times the production budget of Spermageddon. So this guy was like, you know, really out of his depth. So I think he deserves a little, you know, forgive us for what we don't know when we don't know.
Apparently, the town was out of its depth too, because one side was flooded and the other side wasn't.
Tidal
Right.
forces. The moon in this movie is actually
Maybe
Moon
a
was
quarter
so
of
much
the
closer in
distance.
this movie.
maybe he was trying to show some kind of sincere.
I don't disagree with that. Like, yeah, they had a small budget, but like, get rid of some of those fucking characters. We didn't need those kids at all. Like,
And you can just obey the laws of physics. The blood splatter was not going to hit those kids in the face after the dynamite explodes. Also, they kind
very
of dead from the
scene of the
concussion
movie.
inside that room.
No, they would have been dead from the concussion. Absolutely.
Like,
So
just
now we
basic
want to
physics,
obey the-
people.
Now
Yeah,
we want to
or-
obey the laws of physics. Anytime I argue with
better
somebody about a
watch
Marvel
movies.
movie or a Zack
Get out
Snyder
of the
movie,
house and
physics.
get a stick of
Oh
dynamite.
no, we can get into it for those too. Don't worry.
So if I may, I want to read something very short that I posted when I had my unhinged rant about this movie. But I'm saying there's actually a point to this. I said, I implore you to know something about your subject matter. If you're going to base something in reality, know what reality actually is so you can tell your story within it. If it's going to be fictional or contain fictional elements, understand how the rules of your universe operate and don't violate them in trying to get to your ultimate plot point. In this case,
Yes.
it's simple. Sharks terrorize a small coastal town ravaged by a giant hurricane. Understand what rules need to make that work. So with the 7 of us aren't sitting here talking about all the things that don't work to make that one thing happen.
Here, here.
Here.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
Now,
Mic drop.
I will agree
Mic drop.
with you. You need to follow your
Yes.
own
Yes.
rules. That bugs me in things.
Yeah, that's
That was
the
my big
internal.
We say you can never do this, and then you just turn around and do it. That bugs me. I don't like that. That's why I don't watch soap operas, because they drive me
Yeah,
up the fucking
yeah.
wall. How can you be possessed by the devil one day, and there's vampires the next week, and then there's aliens, and then for the rest of your life you're just worried about who's cheating on who, and you're not worried about vampires and zombies and demons? If you live in a world where people get possessed by the literal devil, I would be worried about that.
I
from
don't
now
give
on.
a shit about
But-
cheaters when
Never
we're talking about like hell exists. Really? I remember that fucking
You cheated on me with my clone?
that Marlena
I was possessed by
possession
the
thing
Satan.
that happened when I was a kid.
Oh
I
my
made
God.
my grandma tape every single fucking episode while I was at school so that I could watch that because I was obsessed with it. And we got
But now I haven't watched this movie, and I'll be damned, I'm gonna have to
Yeah, you
watch
are.
it now. It doesn't seem like this movie ever followed any rules of what really is going on in the world. Now, if it broke your rules of what happens in Florida, I can see that being frustrating as a Floridian. But you know, this dude's in Norway; he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. But you know, that'd be like him giving me a freaking
But it does beg the
basement
question
around
of
here. Or
why
something.
did he pay a meteorologist to consult on this movie? Like,
Just
what's the
say
point
he
of
did
Did he
this?
say- Yeah.
But then, like,
This is- we are-
don't pay a guy to tell you the right way to do things and then just ignore him. I guess yeah, that was probably a studio exec's insistence, right?
Oh, I have a horrifying thought for you, Sarah. What
Oh,
was the
no.
script like before he contributed the science?
I bet there was nobody named Joe Sprinkle.
In this version, the sharks ride on the lightning.
Richard
They're
Kinkle.
surfing and then they chomp people in midair because some of the people are on rooftops for some reason.
No, we
Oh,
can't do that. Legal got involved. That's Sharknado. We can't do that.
Might be.
You know, I have a recommendation for all of you guys. If you guys get a chance,
me
there's
see,
a
let me
really
see.
great documentary.
Spermageddon.
I thought you were going to say Spermageddon.
No. I can't recommend that until I've seen it. So, but
where's it
there's a really
streaming?
great movie called Tales from the Script. It's about a bunch of screenwriters, and it's a Talking Heads documentary, and they all tell their horror stories of what it's like to deal with studio executives and what it's like to try to work your way up the ladder and what these people are like. And or here's another great one. Look up Kevin Smith's story about the people that made Batman. Gruber and Peters and stuff, and what it was like trying to work out a Superman script with them. The people in Hollywood are like really detached from what we deal with on a daily basis. Like all of us, when we make art, I think try to pour ourselves into it. Like I keep saying, but like I did a story with Fish, and in that I put my own neuroses into it. Every story I try to tackle, whether it's somebody else's project or mine, I try to write something personal that I care about, and I try to do my research. But people that are like 20, 30 years in the industry that have worked their way up the production ladder don't care about that anymore. They care about ascension, so they can get to the point where they can do the story that they really want to do or get the job they really want. So this is a stepping stone to this guy. He didn't put a lot of thought into Hurricane's character or anything. He was just trying to get a job done, because I think in some ways, one of the most impressive things that I'm sure this guy did from the studio's point of view was produce the movie and come in under budget, because that's a bigger deal than a lot of other things that go on. So there's a lot of factors that go into Hollywood. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it that has nothing to do with the quality of the film or how much research you put in. Yes, it would be great if they got all those things right in every movie, but that's just not how movies are made.
What?
Uh-oh.
What? You can't be serious.
Wes has a point. The lesson here is you don't need to try that hard.
Or to hire me to edit your shit.
That's also very useful.
Right.
I've redone scenes that were done because Amanda told me no. So it's like,
Wait, it's possible? You
Yeah.
don't have to just go with your original idea. You can be like, well, this person has a point. I can make a change that is still a good story.
I am sure that I just don't see Netflix getting involved too much in this film.
I think
'Cause
that's why producers like working with Netflix, because they're just like, here's a giant fistful of cash, do whatever you want. Like
Netflix is
they're
interesting
letting
because they
Adam-
deliberately. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, look at all the shit that they're letting Adam Sandler make. Like, he's made
Well,
the last 20 movies he's made, most of them are garbage. A couple of them are actually gems, but most of them,
Hotel Transylvania.
Netflix is well known for handing people a bag of money to make a thing, because they need constant new reasonable quality churn in order to keep eyeballs on them and keep going. And as a result, they actually shaft a lot of people who are like, and I want to make a sequel, and they're like, cool, no, make something new. I've heard a lot of content people talking about that, and how they just basically don't enjoy working with Netflix for that reason.
Yeah, like, I don't watch a lot of shows that Netflix puts out, because I know there's unlikely to be a season 2, and it's just like we started watching that one with Jeff Goldblum.
Chaos.
Yeah, that one,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah. Well, okay, first of all, we looked up what happens to the cat, and then we were like, we don't want to watch the rest of this. And then we also, I was also like, this is turning out to be kind of interesting, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to do a season 2. And sure enough, they canceled it. And so it's like, it's not worth it. So Netflix really would do well to make more movies as opposed to shows now, because they won't give the shows the chances that they need to be good, with the weird notable exception of Stranger Things. I don't know why Stranger Things got the green
It
light.
made so much money.
So
They're
much
like,
money.
well, we're not
yeah,
gonna cook that cash cow.
Why? Like, it was good, but was it better
Their
than all these other
nostalgia
shows that they're making?
nail close
All of the
enough
things
in the
that
general
Fish is
area.
saying, yes.
And it drove and that drove me nuts, because living through
Right.
the time, almost everything was a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
off,
Yeah.
It was.
and that drove
There
me
was
nuts.
There was
But
not much 80s in their 80s movie
It is what it is.
or their 80s show.
Oh, they tried to cram it all into like the downstairs basement, and then yes. But yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We want to talk about what we would do to improve the movie?
Yeah.
People just want to cry and take the quiz? Both are fine options.
There's nothing you can do. No, I'm kidding. I mean, there's always
Honestly,
something you can
you
do.
know, like all these little details that we were talking about that are just,
They're
they're
fixable.
slightly inaccurate, but so easy to have not done wrong in the first place. And that would have gone a long way to making the movie be less annoying. Like it became annoying when you noticed this obvious thing that was wrong. Like then if you then you can forgive some of the other things that are wrong, like that you maybe don't like for me in levees, I didn't fucking know about levees versus seawalls, and so I could have easily overlooked that if I didn't know Matt, and also they didn't get so much other shit wrong. So like you can overlook some of the mistakes if they try to get if they try to get all the big points right. And it would have cost them nothing to do this. That's the thing that irritates me the most. Is like levees versus seawalls would have been super easy to fix. The hurricane could still have been devastating without it being a surprise. Like they could have been
hurricanes are fucking terrifying when you're in the middle of it, especially a strong one like that. But you can absolutely build a lot of tension off of that.
It took a turn and hit further down than they thought it was going to hit or something. And that kind of stuff happens. That would have been realistic. I think this all could have been fixed. And I haven't even watched it. You just changed the sound.
You're not wrong.
And the backing track, put a little Benny Hill on there.
They could have set it in a place like Asheville, North Carolina, that got absolutely obliterated by a hurricane that they didn't expect. The floodwaters in some places were literally 40 feet high in Asheville. It was unreal. They could have set it in a place like that, and it would have been all that stuff that I mentioned wouldn't have even come to my head, because what happened to Asheville a couple of years ago, nobody expected. I literally was in Asheville a year to the day prior doing a comic convention, and I was like, I can't believe, like I was literally up there looking up, is the cabin that I stayed in, did it get washed away? And like the cabin, I couldn't find it, but the whole town that was there was under 40 feet of water. And I'm like, that would have been a perfect kind of scenario for what this movie wanted to be. And imagine you could say the hurricane brought these sharks in, or they got washed in down the river, and all these people.
That totally could happen.
That could have happened. That would have been way more plausible than what their scenario was in this movie. It made a lot more sense. And then they could have gotten to all the other things that were supposed to make the movie scary, not stupid.
Yeah, and you bring up Asheville and what happened there, and it's like that actually kind of pisses me off more, because they had recent history that just fucking happened. They could have just made the movie a semi-accurate retelling of what happened there, and it would have made it like they had all this information that they didn't even need to pay for. They didn't need to pay a meteorologist. They could have just looked it up on the internet, and it was all there. And yeah, it's just I think that's the annoying part, is all the little stuff could have been fixed for free.
So where did the story take place? Because online it's saying that it takes place in like a fictional town in South Carolina.
On the coast,
South Carolina.
But on the coast. So basically, I forget what the name of the main city is in South Carolina. Always gets hit by hurricanes, but it's supposed to be basically around where the main spot is. It always gets hit by hurricanes in South Carolina.
Because I'm just saying, I just did a quick Google search. I just asked it, and the same internet that told me Twister is not accurate says that this movie is pretty fictional, pretty accurate. If you just Google it, that's what Copilot comes up with.
Is always right.
It's largely fictional, but it draws heavily on real world disaster benchmarks and scientific plausibility. And I know for a fact,
MCU.
That is not the same person that said that it is the next Jaws. So they're two different people that are advocating for this movie.
So what you're saying is you're believing AI. Okay, thanks a lot, Fred.
I mean,
and there might be two people who agree with this movie somewhere on the internet.
I'm just saying that if this guy, the whole premise is this guy didn't do his research and he turned to the same internet that's leading me astray. Poor guy, poor bastard. What is he going to do?
But if he made it to the point where he's making movies for Netflix, why doesn't he know how to Google right? It ain't that hard. Wikipedia is the perfect.
What I don't get is, why is anybody expecting high quality out of something that's a Netflix original?
Because the filmography, the production quality look good. Like if you take any one of those scenes out, you're like, oh, this is a disaster flick, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh, this is fucking schlock.
If
Armageddon, Twister, Day After Tomorrow.
Original, I'm expecting the quality that I used to get out of Redbox for their, made up movies. Like it's not going to be good. Maybe it'll be fun. Some of that Russian sci-fi stuff was stupid, but really fun.
The one with the bear,
like the dude with the flying.
Yep.
cab was awesome. Oh,
the bear with the Gatling gun.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The Russian Avengers, they called
that
it.
one was so much fun.
Oh, that was a good.
That
That was
was
actually a
awesome.
good movie, though. So you
The
can't.
Guardians, I think it was called.
Guardians, yes.
Yeah,
It was actually a
My
good
only
movie.
beef is the dude that got really big. Like, you could have had two different actors and had that been fine. You didn't have to put a dude in a rubber suit. That just looked goofy. When you could have just got a jacked up dude, you know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I will go on about the.
Tubi puts out better movies than Netflix. Come on now.
Okay.
Oh,
We've been going for a hour and a half here.
this has been
And
the greatest
I
show
love-
ever, Sarah. I just want you to know. Greatest show
all because of
ever.
Dash.
This is
Not wrong.
definitely going to be one of the ones that when people ask me what my show is about, I'm just gonna be like, here, watch this. It's definitely going to be one of these.
I don't want this any other way.
It was the most exciting. We had a guest just jumping in the middle. Like it was
Absolutely.
amazing.
I think
Thanks,
that's the
Fish.
first time that ever happened.
You can't be dogpiling on my boy.
So,
Besides, this is all going through my restream. So
that's true. Yeah, I was like, I thought it was like, oh yeah, I could send Fish a link, and then you popped in anyways, like, oh yeah, right, this is Fish's account. Oh. So like it's a school night, we gotta go, like we all gotta go to bed at some point here, unfortunately. So we should do the quiz now, and like once again,
And see what hath Brian brought.
Watch
yes, win the-
watch
win the
Fish
Thresher
win this
Shark.
thing.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
That'd
Win
be
it.
pretty amazing.
I usually do when I know absolutely nothing.
So, everybody,
Honestly,
you can
not
win a
having
little-
seen the movie is maybe better for this quiz. Y'all are either gonna
So,
get
like, I'm not
a
gonna
huge
lie,
kick
but
out of
like-
this, or you're just gonna hate it. I don't care which.
I'm pretty salty about the fact that there were no Thresher Sharks in this movie that could have had like an alliteration thing happening. But they don't think they're really fans of eating people either, and that would have been a harder sell than the Bull Sharks.
Yeah, no, the bull sharks are a solid pick, as are great whites. They do have a certain amount of human attacks attached to them, but they did not do any of the things other than that, right? So,
We should have named our characters their favorite sharks.
I did.
Too late.
I did. Bruce McTootherson just didn't all fit, so I had to just put Bruce McTooth.
Bruce McTooth.
All right. So everybody who's watching still, and Wes, I saw your question. We'll get to that as soon as we're done with the quiz. And if you are watching, you can go to blooket.com. That's BLOOKET.com. And then hit the join game button and put that 222674 into the game code thing. Or you can just scan that code and you can play too. And if you win, you get the Thresher Shark sticker. And I will mail it to you sometime this year. I really it's free sticker. You can't get on my case about not mailing it on a
I think we all should get one just to
Cross
be
timeline.
on this awesome episode.
And I got a little bit of catching up to do on stickers, but I am gonna have it done in time for the mega quiz because obviously I got it right.
mhm.
Mega quiz.
Honestly,
Mega
the
quiz.
stickers were the friends we made along the way.
Why do you say, why
Tommy
do you say,
Mercola, the
why do you
director,
say
joined
things
us.
like that?
The stickers were inside us all along. You weren't supposed to eat those.
You're not my mom. Should we start?
Yes.
Is
All
everybody
right.
in? We got
That's
one
a lot
more
of people.
person. Yeah,
Ah.
this is probably the biggest Blooket quiz we've ever done, I think. With outside of the first attempt at a mega quiz, which I don't think we're gonna do that again. So
So yeah, if you're playing along at home, don't listen to us because we're on a delay. So good luck, and I make no apologies.
oh,
Yeah!
It's 9 more of these.
Oh man, how did anybody beat me on that? Stupid reflexes.
Right?
Answer,
Here's
I
an
think I
80-pound shark flowing through water, and it
Well, that's Sarah's
knocks it a
voice,
block
too.
away.
hey, look, I was wrong the fastest, you guys.
Damn it.
Are you fucking serious?
7 more of these.
We got to talk about Brian writing the quizzes, you guys.
About how it's fucking awesome.
I haven't gotten a single one of these fucking things right. How is that possible?
I didn't watch the
Just
movie.
think like me.
God damn it.
Mhm.
The sharks didn't bring it with them?
It's pretty funny that some of the character names, the first time they're being mentioned, are in this quiz.
Yep. We
Right?
didn't have time to even get into that part.
I had to look up Dakota's name a couple times. I don't fucking remember.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Got my first one
My
wrong.
Dune fan shining
Oh,
through.
poopy pants.
Who's a Mako?
If you said
That's
Tremors, I would have got that answer.
I'm so proud of this question.
God damn
None
it.
of those things are really.
None of them are.
I stand by it.
Consistent glass, you guys.
The premise was false. They had 0 parenting skills.
What? How did I didn't even click anything and I got it incorrect.
All I had to do was click anything.
No, there's no logic.
They were all
to that
correct.
Quiz.
Yeah. Get some alliteration.
This question is definitely. I was going to say this was dedicated.
Oh crap! Come on.
See, normally it's portrayed as worse. This movie
Yes,
has
that
done it
threw me
wrong.
off.
You have misled folk.
You misled me.
Yeah, that's the whole quiz.
I feel betrayed.
And it's working.
There's only one correct answer there.
No, there's 3.
No, magic was the only correct answer.
Magic was the only correct
It was
answer.
technically a chef knife, but it was also a magic
Come
vorpal chef
on.
knife.
I don't think it was a chef
That's
knife.
the
I think
first question I got.
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure it was.
It was.
it was. I think it was a deboning knife. We're gonna have to talk.
No,
all
no, no.
about
The
that.
deboning knife is skinnier. That was a proper
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
10-inch
What?
chef knife.
This just bugged me. It just bugged me that they're
Oh,
like you always see the
yeah.
aftermath of hurricanes and stuff, and there's pets on roofs, and there's none. They just like this
Oh, yeah.
Norwegian guy probably doesn't
Speaking
own
dogs.
pets, so
Standing
Just-
on a boat or a tree branch. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, there's
none of that.
not. Huh.
Was only a
I mean, they had
$30
an
million
opportunity
budget.
for an aquarium to flip over and have the sharks go after someone's goldfish, but they didn't do
Mhm.
it.
this is the equivalent of being like, "There's a serial killer. I'm running up the stairs."
I started complaining about that.
Son of a gun. Dang it!
Hey, Bruce Matutherson made the podium for the first time ever.
Yay, everyone!
Well
You
done.
made it through my terrible quiz.
Tommy
Terrible.
Warcola.
I'm precious.
Tommy Warcola.
I'll never have a short.
So who thinks I should just write the quizzes from now on?
I'm pretty sure Wes,
No.
Wes definitely doesn't.
Give y'all more chances to win stickers.
Agreed.
Some of those were not right.
Some of them were worded
Very
poorly.
poorly and incorrectly, yes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I know
If
you're going to
Brian
say
did
that
the
was
SE.
also true of the movie, but you done us
Garbage in,
dirty.
garbage out.
That was a bad quiz.
This is a bad movie.
That was fun.
It was a bad movie. Bad quiz for a bad movie.
No better than or worse than the Twister
It
quiz
was a
or
really
the
good
Jurassic.
quiz. It was a really good quiz.
I have to go watch Twister now and give you my feedback, Fred.
Yeah, it's. I mean, look, they're about as similar as like a human being and a banana, as I said.
I am
So
super curious how bad it is compared to this movie.
it's completely illogical as well. Like their whole like solution of like the little orbs going up is total BS.
Well, yeah, they said that from the beginning that was always BS.
I mean, it
technically-
was sort of based off of Toto, though. So, like, I mean, they were trying.
I really want to believe in my heart that Tommy Warcola was trying his damnedest.
I really want to believe that there's no way that's his best.
No, because he did Hansel and Gretel, the Witch Hunters.
Yes, I saw that cred.
Ah.
And he did Violent Night, where Santa Claus is an action.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. I don't think either of those are that much better or
There's
worse
a
than
few of
this.
those now.
No?
All right. So
Oh, just
Violent
Santa
Night
is an
was
action
very
star.
historically accurate, and they got all the streets right.
Wes has a very important question. Where do we find everybody?
Right here.
I mean, besides in my little prison room.
behind the brick wall.
I'll go first. Schwartz Art LLC. You can find me at Schwartz Art LLC on Facebook, Twitter, all the big socials. And you can find me at www.schwartzart-llc.com. And please look up Fisticuffs, books 1 through 4 on Kickstarter for another 3 days. We end at 9:55 on Thursday. So you have time left to get in back and, support my passion project. So, yeah, enjoy.
And listen, if you're out there and you haven't supported Fisticuffs, Fred got dirty dogged by somebody earlier in the campaign, somebody that screwed him by pledging high to his campaign, and it gives people a different kind of impression as to what the trajectory of the campaign is. Bad faith backer pulled the rug out from under him. Don't know the person's name because Fred's playing by the rules and making sure he doesn't divulge that information. But if you've not backed his campaign, you've thought about backing the campaign, definitely help him out by making sure you go and do that to help get back some of that ground that he lost because of that bullcrap.
It was Tommy Wergola.
Might have been Tommy.
Stretch goal.
If
You'll
you
tell
have
us the
missed
name.
out on
Thank you,
Fisticuffs up
Matt.
until this point, you absolutely need to go back it.
Yes.
I miss it. I've been on a lot of shows with Fred. I've been on a lot of podcasts with him. I've heard about it like every campaign up until now, and I was always like, it looks cool, but I've only got so much money. I'm gonna back this one, and I missed it. He let me read it when we were working on this book together, and I kicked myself. I had to back for everything. It is so freaking good. It is really so good, and it is emotional, and it is upsetting, and I cried, and I was legit scared. My heart was pounding at one point when you see the blue lights and the red lights coming. Like, I was terrified in that moment. It is really, really, really freaking good. So go absolutely back it now.
Thank you, man.
That is one heck of a back right there.
And, yeah, I'm gonna have to clip that and share. Thank you, Fish. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
That is on every one of your Kickstarters from now on.
That should be, man. You need to go pull that as a pull quote, man. That was good stuff.
That was
Thank you. I will.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just remember when you're scrolling through YouTube, it's at 137.
I'll be doing that tonight. Fish, thank you for real, man. And you told me that when you read it too, and your reaction to it, and what you. I'm just going to say real quick, it means a lot from Fish because I've heard Fish talk about his characters and how he draws on his own life them and and the level of personal that he puts into it. So the fact that he recognized that in me and my story, it means a lot, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I honestly, like I told you when we were talking about it, I think that's what I missed because you didn't make a big point of that in the beginning of letting people know how personal it was for you. And that just made it so rich and emotional. I was like, well, it's superheroes. Okay. It's probably not going to be, it was deep and it was upsetting and it was good. I can't wait. But occasionally there's books like that I miss for some reason. And like, I didn't get on Path of the Pale Rider until a couple issues ago, and I will yell about it all day long because it's really good. And
well, here's the thing too. If you're out there and you just heard Fish say it's about superheroes, Fred's tagline for this book is it's the world's worst superhero. That is the part right there. That tagline, because I'm not a big superheroes fan. But when he's like, it's the world's worst superhero, I'm like, man, that's intriguing. I like that. That's fun. That makes me want to go, well, why would Fred say that about something that is personal to him? I want to see more about that. So that's good stuff.
It's a deeply, like, the main character's like, he's not likable, but like, he's relatable. And despite the fact that you're probably going, oh man, why do you keep doing this? And like you can't help but keep watching. Like you have to turn the page and keep reading. It's just you just got to see what happens next.
It's like watching a train wreck, and you know it's just going to get worse, and you know how it got here, and but you can't help but watch and see and want it to be better than it's going to be, and you know it's going to be bad, and oh man, it's good. It's good. It's good. I love it.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Who else? Okay, who's next? Matt. Matt, where can we find you on the interwebs?
All right, so you can go to linktree.com/InSymmetry Creations. You can get to everything we do from there, whether it's metal music, the comics, and the graphic novels that we write. Steph has got bylines from Fangoria, the Daily Jaws, Horror Buzz, all different kinds of sites. But right now, the place we want you to go more than anything is to tinyurl.com/Tatsumi3. That's TATSUMI3. That is the current Kickstarter we have going on. Think about it's about a martial artist from a hidden kingdom that finds herself now not in the clutches, but in the care of a rogue pirate group. And we have so much fun creating fish out of water stories, which is actually kind of funny with the show being on Thrash. Is that we love taking a character and put them into an insurmountable odd situation, see how they would react. You take someone that's never seen anybody outside of their culture, and now she has to find a way to integrate in with these pirates to then ultimately try to to enact her own goal, which is the destroying the group of villains basically that has destroyed her kingdom, the Dark Conquestors and the Soul Rippers. The journey we've had with Tatsumi and the other characters has been so fun so far. We've been able to do a lot of work with Sarah. Sarah's been there since the prequel, I Am Keto, and we got to see in real time Sarah reading I Am Keto, and her reactions were Thrash-like, but not because she didn't like it, but because she liked it. She was so angry with some of the decisions he's made. How could you do that to this character? Why? That guy's a piece of crap. And we're like, that's what we want. And we really believe in this story. Not only do we have a lot of great merch, we always have a lot of fun merch, whether it be wood covers, metal covers, socks, shirts, wearable leather work, poker chips, trading cards. More than anything, we believe in the story. Without a story that we really believed in, all the other stuff wouldn't matter. So if you have not seen our stuff, please go up there and take a look at it. We get 10 days left. It is tinyurl.com/Tatsumi3.
Yay!
I feel weird. Like let's have somebody go after these amazing pitches for your guys' comics.
Yeah. That you.
Dash, you want to go?
Dash. You can find me, Dash Hooper, on Facebook all the time, being silly, playing games, and then just I would like for you to give Hell Comes to Texas a try. It's I'm not a comic guru like these guys. I am a prose writer, but this is the sequel to Hell Comes to Texas. This is Hand of the Devil. It goes straight into more depth of Colt, the main guy, and like I said, if you like supernatural, if you like westerns, Hell Comes to Texas is for you. And again, we went into a lot of fairy tale lore for this one, so there's some Little Red Riding Hood, and Lori was kind enough to allow me to use an ancestor of the great Jude St. Clair. So one of his ancestors is in my book, as well as, like I said, Brian told me earlier, don't split the party. I split the party. We'll see what happens. So go check it out on Amazon right now, and let me know what you think. If you do buy it, leave a comment. That's how we live over there on Amazon, with comments and reviews. So please let me know what you think.
Awesome. Fish, where can we find you?
I'm on the internet everywhere, Mr. Fish Comics, on all social media, MrFishComics.com. You can buy all of my back issues and books and things. And GoMrFish.com will take you to my latest project, which now is still late pledges for the Green Zone trade, which is on its way from the printers soon and got picked up by Comiker Press for publishing and going nationwide into stores and whatnot. So that's exciting. And as soon as those get in, everything's going to start getting shipped out from the last campaign.
Kyron wants to know where you're going to be this weekend.
Stop
I
it.
am going to be in Daytona at 5 Star Con with Kyron and hopefully Danny J. Quick and Charlie McElvey and Tony Clapper and Mike Watson and all kinds of other awesome creators. And it is going to be an amazing show, and we are going to have a blast. My son is going, taking a whole bunch of prints and stuff that he's done. I even made some prints this time myself for once because I realized I had a whole bunch of stuff that I could make prints out of. And I'm like, if we're doing it, we're doing it. So I'm making a bunch of cool images and taking them with me. So
Did you say that's in Dayton or Daytona?
Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
Did you guys saw the cat with the flower on its head that popped up here a couple times?
Mhm.
That cat is the reason I can't be at 5 Star, because that cat used all my money because she had she was just full of farts. That's why she had to go to the vet, because she was full of farts.
Full of farts.
Yes, cost lots of money to find that out.
With feeding your cat Chipotle, you could have gone to 5 Star Comic Con.
I'm shooting for next year because next year. That's got to be a good one.
Very nice.
Who do we not do? Ryan, Amanda, one of you guys want to tell us where you are?
Yeah, 24hourengineer.com. That's my blog. It's the only social media I do.
That's true.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Of people who post consistently, I think you got to be like at the top there, every single day, right? You don't miss many
Every
days.
single day for about 12 years now.
Yeah. So yeah,
I read
if
a
you're
lot.
looking for consistency from somebody, then definitely go follow your blog.
I make lots of words happen.
And where can people find you, Sarah?
You can find me on the Facey Space or the Instagram at Definite Article Creative. You can find me on Blue Sky at DefiniteArticleCreative.com. You can find me on YouTube, also at Definite Article Creative. You can go back or follow the pre-launch for the brand new. Like I said, nothing on there, absolutely nothing on there. But you can go follow that pre-launch for Tailwinds, which is launching soon this year.
Question mark soon.
Yes.
My favorite.
Oh, I don't remember. I can't find it. No, Aaron.
You want another cat?
Do you how much do you suppose it would cost to get one of those, like the fluffy ginger? I saw him on your Facebook page. Like, how much would it cost to get him over here? Because he's pretty damn cute. Not gonna lie, he's pretty cute. I put the link to the new Kickstarter somewhere here. It's in the comments somewhere.
Somewhere in the
I
ether.
can't find
You
it.
don't want to know. You'll find it.
And also the links to Fisticuffs and Tatsumi and Hell Comes to Texas, they're all in there too. So, go click all the links and do with that as you will.
Yes.
Next week, right now on our schedule next week, it says Amanda's pick ? So, there's been a thing that has been desperately wanted by several people. A movie that Amanda likes, and I think
Twister.
that it's gonna be Twister.
I'm gonna send this whole video to the director of Thrash and see what he thinks of it. Like he may
Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Give him my home address.
Make a new best friend.
You're gonna get a
Or
Blu-ray
have-
of
or fly me
Spermageddon
to
to
Norway.
the house.
It's not too cold.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna end up being what happens. I guess we got to give everybody enough time to watch the movie. So if you don't have anything by Thursday, then I guess we're gonna watch Twister. and or the day after tomorrow. Like I said, that thing started up in January on the schedule, and then it just kept getting pushed down, and pushed down, and pushed down. Like, it deserves a spot sometime this year.
Yes.
If for nothing else, then we can hear Dennis Quaid say, "Do you understand me?" like fucking 20 times. I'm telling you, this was the precursor. That movie was the precursor to be developing this whole live stream. Just saying. Anyway, yeah. So that, and then the week after that, Mega
quiz. I gotta send you some quizzes, including this gem.
Please write them all, Brian. Please write them all.
You got it.
If you don't know what mega quiz is, that is when we take all the quizzes that we have compiled over the first half of the year, and we're going to smash them all together into one big quiz, and then we're just going to answer as many of those questions as we can. And because that format has to be a little different, it's going to be I think we're doing multi-buzzer again, where all of our contestants on there, Dash is going to be there, Matt's going to be there, Lori Calcaterra is going to be there, somebody else is going to be there. I am forgetting. Kevin's coming. Fish, you're invited, of course, obviously. Come play mega quiz.
You'll put all my friends on there. I'll go.
And I can put up to 10 people on here. So yeah, like it could be just utter chaos. I think those are my favorite shows anyways. Like just absolute chaos.
Mega Quiz is awesome.
I love Mega Quiz. I'm glad you love Mega Quiz. And unfortunately, that is the one that the audience, we can't, like, I haven't figured out how to make it so the audience can also play Mega Quiz. So anybody has any ideas, you just let me know. But after that, and starting July, like the second half, we got Sean Barber's coming, Lori Calcaterra's coming, James Messiah and Mike Dulce are coming again, Ed's coming back, Kevin's got a couple in there. We got a bunch of people coming. Just this is just in the next month. So
very nice.
So yeah, like there's a full lineup here happening. And Chad Perkins actually messaged in the middle of this stream and asked if he could come on next week. And I was like, well, sure, why not? We'll see. So yeah, there's like all your favorite. I popped my speakers out. But all your favorite creators are gonna be here coming up soon. So
yeah,
definitely keep watching. And that's it, right? That's it.
Thank you for making Thrash such a fun show. It was wonderful.
This was a wild show.
I hope this could be just a little bit of like catharsis for everyone who disliked that movie so much they had to talk about it.
It was great. Fred, I love you, brother. It was good. It was
Yeah.
I love all of you guys. I had a blast. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. And Fish just popped up, but thanks Fish for coming and
Fish.
stepping in, adding a moment of defense for Fred when he needed it.
That was my first WWE run-in. He
hammered Matt and me with a big chair to the back of the head.
A hot tag.
I will say this though, Dash. I feel like we no-sold it really well, man.
We did no sell it. We did no sell it.
You did that in a very evil, very nice way. Good job.
And still tag team champions of the world.
Technically, Dash did this to me, so to be fair, so I've lost to Dash before. It's all right.
Fair enough.
Great show.
Okay, so we're gonna figure out by Wednesday what we're gonna be Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Like we'll figure that out by then what we're gonna do for next week, and then we'll let you guys know via the normal social media channels. Probably like at the last minute because that's when I remember to do stuff. One of these days I'm gonna let Amanda do all the shit that she wants to do because I just keep forgetting. And then we're gonna have like organized, scheduled social media posts, and you guys are gonna know what's happening, and it's gonna be amazing. But today is not that day. So for now, we'll see you guys next week, and surprise on what's happening next week. And yeah, have a good day. Go back to fisticuffs.